Hello everyone. I've been thinking about what I was going to do for my next video, and I think what I was thinking, I've just been going through my Uncanny X Men run, and I thought I would share with you my favourite covers. I've just gone through all my boxes, and I've picked out a few covers that I really like. And yeah, let's have a go at this. So we'll go from the latest to the oldest. So we've got that's a recent issue of the Archangel. Oh, quite like it. It's a pretty cool story arc as well. Yep. So there's a variant, Lashley variant. Quite like this. I've got the connecting part to it with the all new X Men. I like this one. It's got all the different versions of Cyclops as costumes, so I thought I'd put that in there. Here's another one with Havoc and Cyclops fighting. Very cool. I love this cover. Here's the very final X-Men issue of the original run. Thought I'd add that. I quite like this cover. Here's a cool Wolverine cover. It's another cool Wolverine cover. Nice cable cover. So this is just my Uncanny X Men. It's actually quite good. The Messiah Complex was actually really good. Here we go. Here's another cool cover. Alan Davis art. Alan Davis is famous for drawing in 2080. He did stuff like DR and Quince and Henry and the High Rock. And Captain Britain and Excalibur. There's a great cover of X23. So, and she is in the new Logan movie, so very cool. Have that. Here's another cool Wolverine cover. I like this cover. Great Archangel cover. So I'll try and get through this as quick as possible. I love this cover of Magneto, or the clone of Magneto. Is that right? I can't remember. Here's a cool. Here's a cool Sabretooth Bishop cover. Storm cover. Sorry about the motorbikes in the background. Bishop cover. First appearance of Bishop. First appearance of the Gold Team, which I believe next year they're not axing the X-Men like Marvel was expected to. It looks like we're going to get a blue and gold team, separate teams of their own comics. So that's quite cool. We'll just see what happens there. Is there a Cable comic coming out, and a Jean Grey comic, and a Weapon X, and an X-Man comic. So let's just see what happens there. Look at this. Great Jim Lee art going on here. It's a great period of the X-Men. I really enjoyed this era. This is one of my all-time favourite covers. Look at them all there in their pose. Look at the Cable there, and Storm, and Archangel, and the Wolverine. It's just brilliant stuff. Miss Marvel and Rogue. Another one of my favourite covers. I just think Jim Lee does the best Wolverine ever. Key issue, first appearance of Gambit in an X title. Love this cover. One of my all-time favourites. Mark Silvestri art. Can't go wrong. Is this the first Jim Lee cover of the X Men? I think it is. Another great cover. X Factor and the X Men together. Another great cover. Love this storyline. One of my favourite storylines it was. Now we're getting into some great covers. It's one of the first ever X Men comics I bought was this one. Back in 1987 is when I officially started collecting the X Men. This was brought from the bookstore up the main street of where I live in Temuka, and I still have it. So, another great cover. Love this cover. It took me a long time to get this, to complete the 200s. Oh, it'd be about 15 years ago. But I never thought I would complete the, after I got this, I never thought I'd go on and complete the Bronze Age as well, so, crazy stuff. Love this cover. Yeah, there's a lot of Wolverine covers, but hey. Look at those claws in the background and his silhouette. That's pretty awesome. So, that's Rachel Summers, is it? Look at that. Most of this era were Wolverine covers by the look of it. Oh, I like this cover. What did I pay for this? $1. I paid $1 at a second-hand bookshop in a place called Ashburton. Oh, it'd be 25 years ago. Would it be? Yeah, 25 years ago. I love this cover. It's one of my favourites, this one. Now we're getting some real good stuff. Now, this one is autographed on the inside of it. I don't know whose autograph it is. Is it Chris Claremont's? I don't know, but if anybody could help me out, I'll just show you for a sec. Whose is that autograph? I would like to know if someone could help me. It's a pretty high grade comic too. Doctor Doom, can't lose with Doctor Doom cover. Here we go. Now I've got 2 copies of this. Great story, great cover, great era of the X Men. John Byrne art, Can't go wrong with that. And I've got the other one too. So, pretty awesome. And I paid, I think I paid $1 for this and this about 2 years ago. So I upgraded my copies. So really cool. Really happy about that one. So now we're getting into some real good stuff. Look at that cover. Pretty cool. Now I've in the posters coming the Death of X #2, but I've got the variant cover, and it's the same cover, but they're all Cyclops and that are all skeletons, and it's like this one. This the same artist who's done this one. So I will show this. Oh, no, that way. When I get it. So that is cool. Just put that back in the box. So we've got this one. Can't go wrong with the Dark Phoenix. I need to upgrade my copy of this. This is a bit beat up, as you can see. It's all a bit rough, but hey, I will. But this is an awesome Wolverine cover. First Dazzler. I love this cover. It took me a lot. It's a bit beaten up here, but hey, I didn't pay much for it, and I do have it. That's the main thing. So that's all good. Another cool cover. This is one of my favourite covers. Classic X Men. Another great cover. So it took me a while to go through these books and work out which ones I really liked. But yeah. Now, this is one of my all-time favourites. I've owned this for years. I paid $8 at a comic shop in Christchurch, New Zealand. And, yeah, it was just hanging up on his wall. And, yep, I thought I had to have it. And I've had this for over 20 years. So, pretty happy. This here, one of my favourites. Love this cover. I must get the Alpha Flight version of this cover. I believe there is one. I've seen it, but I've never owned it. But yeah, very cool. Very cool. I need to upgrade this copy. I will. It's just a wee bit pricey. I'm just waiting for it to find a cheap version of it, but yeah, it's a bit beat up, and this pen mark. Cyclops has got a wee red moustache on this copy of it, but yeah, hey, I still have. And Banshee up here has been red mark pen on his face as well, but hey, still have it, so that's all good. I love this cover. The original team and the all-new team. Can't go wrong with that. And I paid about $50 for this comic 20 years ago. So, yeah. It was the first time I spent more than $15 on a comic. I spent $50 on it, but I had to have it. It was number 100, and just, yeah, it was there for sale. So here we go. One of my favourite covers of all time, Marvel Universe. Just love it. Never thought I'd own it, but the opportunity came up I'd be 6, 7 years ago to own it, so I grabbed it. It's not the greatest of condition book, but I'm not worried about condition. It's in my collection and it's in my run, and that's the main thing. But yeah, look at that cover. Absolutely awesome. Here we go. Here's the other one. Now, I never thought I'd own this. I was going to save for this, and I had a 5-year plan to try and get this, but an opportunity came up, and I got it for a good price, so I took it, and I own it. It's not the best copy, but it's still the giant size X Men #1, and I got it for a good price, and I'm not complaining about it. Because I see this comic goes up in price online, and everybody talks about it, so I own it, and that's the main thing. And it's a great cover. Now we're getting some Silver Age. So I've really liked the Sentinels, and especially the 60s. So it's a really high grade comic. And yeah, I thought I'd show that one off. Here's one of my favourite covers. And this is a really high grade comic. I would get some of these graded, but it just costs a lot of money, and I don't know any graders in New Zealand who would send it to CGC for me, or what to do. But I haven't even looked at getting CGC to grade some of my books. It just might cost me a bit too much money to send it across over the outside the world. Here's another high grade comic. I love this cover. I think it's pretty cool. So I thought I'd show that one. Another cool comic. It's got a bit of browning going on, but hey, it's still fairly good condition. It's got a bit of chipping up the top, but it's not too bad. Another cool comic. Look at that. Doesn't Mylar make these books look good? It's in good condition for its age. I can't really see much wrong with it. But yeah, so stoked to have this in my collection. I bought this a couple of years ago for about $25 up in Christchurch. I showed this in a video the other day, but here we go again. I'll show it again. Just love it. Yeah. What sort of grade would that be? I don't know about grading comics, but I think it's fairly high grade. Here's another pretty high grade comic. Here's #9 of the X Men with the Avengers in it. There's a wee bit of missing a tear of the cover up the top, but apart from that, it's fairly good. And one more. I have #5. And apart from a bit of colour fade, there's nothing really wrong with this book. But yeah, I just love that. The evil Magneto and his evil mutants, more dangerous than ever, strike again. So, so you can't go wrong with that. 1964. But yeah, you can't go wrong with that book at all. So yeah, that's just some of my favourite X-Men covers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. More content to come, and yeah, thank you very much. I'll give a couple of shout outs to a couple of people. Rebel Comics, he's got some good content. Key Issue Comics, he's got a live stream show that he has each week. You You should follow that. OMG, Old Man Gamer, he's got a good channel. The Doom 143. Freddy's 123, is it? Yeah. Alex the Comic Hoarder. There's quite a few Tats Comics. You should follow all those guys. Sub to all those guys. Don the Comic Book Junkie. The Great Legend. I could go on, but yeah, I won't. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.